Hello, it's me again. One thing I'd like to suggest to you is using people living with dementia in a lot of your projects, because there's still lots of things that we can do. And I've found being involved in NAPA with some of the projects we did during lockdown, we can relate to the people in the care homes living with dementia. And it was a special experience for us as well as the people in the care home. And very often people forget to include people living with dementia. And a lot of us, not all of us, we can still give, we still have time, we can still do things. So please consider including people with lived experience.
That's a brilliant point, actually, Chris. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I'd really like to start a kind of steering group of our activities at Art Explorer. Being so, I mean, it's very fresh, the kind of community programme, but I think the key thing is checking in with people with lived experience and what you want and what you need and what you would like to have. Basically, yeah. So thank you.
Yes, thanks, Chris. That's really, really important to us as well. And similarly, we're putting together a steering group and advisory group for our board of trustees as well, with people with a range of different lived experiences. And something that's really key in whatever programme design we're iterating is that we have focus groups with people who are going to be involved to tell us what they like, what they don't like, what works for them. So we're hearing directly from them as well as from caregivers as well. And as you say, you know, if you bypass people that can give you that direct lived experience, then you're doing a disservice to everybody. It's not going to meet the needs of the people that you're working with.
Brilliant, thank you. Any other questions? Fantastic. Can I bring this to you? Thank you. Can I ask Phoebe, when you come along, do you develop and bring your own volunteers? Or do we have to have volunteers?
No, I bring them. That's my job, yeah.
Right, okay.
I bring the volunteers in, so we train, induct them, DBS check them, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, wonderful. So keep me fit today. Annie, and then just
Thank you very much. Very quickly, I'm just wondering about the OWL Theatre Lab.
Yeah.
Do you do performances to schools? Would you?
So they are really interested in, so Carla, the director, really wants to go into sixth forms because it's also about having older women, 68 to 80 performing, and doing those projects. So we are looking into that. Unfortunately, we don't have contacts with schools at the moment, but it's something that they're really keen to do.
Right.
Yes.
Great, because I'm just connecting you with Louise and the intergenerational piece, because I just think there's so much scope on both sides of the age spectrum. Yeah,
Great.
So let's think about that. Yeah. Okay, Mark.
I just wanted to say thank you, Phoebe. It's really great what you were saying about volunteering. It's so important. Funnily enough, I'm a freelance trainer. I was doing an online session about volunteering good practice a few weeks ago with 400 people, which shows that there's lots of interest. But I think it's how people are involved, because it's a skill in itself. So what would be your top tips, your 3 or 4 top tips for involving volunteers effectively?
So I guess you have to kind of have a snappy title to sell the project, which I think was what was so wonderful about Cocktails in Care Homes. It does what it says in the tin, and it's quite, having an innovative project. I think really good kind of clear communication is really, really important, and training. And then for keeping volunteers, it's kind of supporting them. The other thing is, which I think I missed in the presentation, is also volunteers having their own network. So a lot of volunteers in London are lonely and isolated themselves. A lot of either moved away from their families, or they've come here for study or work, and they're seeking out their own network. So it's Volunteers Week actually this week, and tonight we're having our first summer party volunteer kind of celebration tonight at Somerset House. So we're lucky enough to be based in Somerset House, and we're using that as a way to support volunteers. We're going on an artist tour and then taking them for some drinks. So it's about them creating their network and also training them. So listening to what kind of extra training they want. We did that at Magic Me. We did a lot of training around kind of body language and communication and dementia. So yeah, it's a good training, good communication, and a snappy title.
Brilliant. Louise, do you want to add anything to that in terms of preparing people for going into care homes?
Yeah, I think we work with volunteers as well as kind of trained paid-for facilitators as well to deliver our programmes. And I just love the breadth of different types of people volunteering that we have. We have students, as you say, who kind of international students who want to make connections. We have somebody very senior from the Sisters of Mercy, a nun who, she's in her 80s. She comes along and volunteers every week. She's absolutely fabulous. She gets residents up and is ballroom dancing with them. She's just wonderful. And you see the same things that make people stick, whether they're 18 or 80, and it's feeling valued, it's having a good introduction so they understand what it is that they're getting involved in, and really demonstrating to them the difference that they're making, you know, celebrating them, thanking them for giving up their time and their expertise. And if you do those things right, then you have people with you for years. It's just wonderful.
Brilliant. Thank you both. Another big round of applause.